Oh, I'm sorry I'm wearing black, but I'm wearing black because I'm mourning. I am mourning customer service everywhere. It is so sad because I went out on Sunday and I walked into it, I rolled into a store. It's one of my favorite stores. It's what I call the girl-boy toy store, filled with electronic gadgets and fun stuff. And I love gadgets. But anyway, I went into the store. And what do I see? Obviously a whole bunch of shit I wanted to buy, but can't afford all that stuff, so I had to pick and choose what I'm going to buy. So as I entered the store, I realized there was a tall, slender, ambulatory person using a walker, and I surmised just at first quick glance that she had mild CP, because her legs were kind of just slightly spread out. They weren't squared underneath her, and when she walked, she had that side-to-side walk going, and she was a little stiff-looking, but I would put her roughly in her mid-20s, and she was with another older woman, I assumed was a mother. There was a lot of facial similarities, but I passed her to go into the store further. Still, nobody offered to help. No salesman. There was 5 of them all together, 3 of them behind the counter, 2 of them out around the very front entrance as you walk in, or roll in, or crawl in, whatever. And on one hand, I was kind of pleased I didn't get assaulted. Oh, hi, blah, 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 and try and sell me something. But I never even got one, can I help you? Do you know what you're looking for? Do you need help? Anything? Nothing. Nothing. So I proceeded to the back because I saw what I wanted. And with my husband's help, we took down the demo that they had on display. I played with it. I pushed the buttons to see if I could. Everything functionality-wise was doable. So I opted to take an unopened box and buy it. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to me, that young girl that I passed with the walker had gathered up what she wanted to buy. So by the time I returned back to the cash, she had all her items sitting on top of the counter. So I proceeded to motor up in behind her to get in line. And I'm sitting there, she's standing there, we're waiting. And then a young colored fella goes up to the other cash. He's the darker skinned of all the other 4, well, 5 in total. And he goes, "May I help you?" So I paused, right, because there's a lady in front of me. And he said, "Sir, can I help you?" Keep in mind, Doug is standing behind me holding up the box. So Doug walks over to that cash. And I'm still behind this other girl. And I'm still waiting because there's 3 guys still behind the counter. I don't know what they were doing, but they were just, to me, ignoring us. Because they weren't really doing anything. And then the older woman that was with the young girl in the walker said, "Come on, girl, let's go, dear." They obviously don't care. And away they went. And they left their items on the counter. As soon as they got out of eye-shot, the lighter-skinned fella, I would like to say maybe Hispanic, I'm guessing, and I'm not trying to profile, but just to give you an idea, okay, because, people do have distinct appearances about them. I would not take offense if somebody described me as the lady in the wheelchair, and that's the first thing you're going to see. So the lighter brown-skinned young man scooped everything off the counter and proceeded to put it away. I put it back. And I thought, okay. When I went by, after my husband paid for the phone, my husband got served. Nobody bothered to even ask me anything, and I left the store. As I go by the counter, I noticed where those items were that the other lady put down on the counter, and at quick glance and very quick math, she had on the counter roughly $80-some worth of goods. $80-some. And that $80-some walked out the door. And they didn't care. If I was their sales manager, I'd probably fucking fire every one of them. You don't sit behind the counter and gab, and you don't ignore items that are sitting on the countertop at the cash just to serve somebody else that might be holding on something that might be a little more valuable. So were they serving my husband because A, he had a more expensive item, or B, he was able-bodied, C, he was a man? Like, what gives?